All right, we're going to talk about the Ollygrin Burr grinder. It's a pretty nifty little unit. Typically, lately I've been using my espresso machine that has its own Burr grinder. And it was interesting to compare the two grinders side by side. This one's actually, I was going to say quiet. They're about the same. They just have a different sound. One thing I do like is that this one has a little bit of a steeper incline to it, so it's always going to feed the beans in there. On my Breville, it's a little bit less steep, and sometimes you'll hear the Burr grinder just whine really loud because there are no more beans falling in, and you have to tap the top of the grinder to get the beans to fall. Not the case so far with this one. The other thing that I did notice, I thought it was a flaw in the unit, but the flaw was with me. I filled the beans, I put the little catcher cup in, and I noticed when I ground, the cup was sliding out, and I thought, uh-oh, design flaw, gotta mention that. And then I realized, no, I had not put the cap on. And when you do put the cap on, it does not slide out. So it's pretty nifty, easy to take apart and clean, easy to put together, very straightforward as far as setting your grind setting. Very clear markings. The espresso setting did seem to be similar to my setting on the Breville. And so what I will be using this one for is when we have guests over who want decaf, and I don't have to take apart, empty the hopper, clean it, put decaf in my Breville, and make one cup of espresso for them that's decaf after a party. We have my wife's big Italian family. Sometimes we'll have 30, 40 people over for a holiday. I want to make a few cups of a different blend or a decaf or something, and then I'll make 4 cups in a mocha pot on the stove or something. I guess I could just grind here and then pack into my espresso maker on the Breville without having to change out the hopper. This is a nice little unit. If you're looking for an affordable, seems like reliable Burr grinder, I'm going to say Ollygrin. I don't know how else to pronounce it. Seems like a nice little unit.
Time to make a cup of coffee. Looks pretty good to me. Smells so good. And that's how I make my cup of coffee. So that should be for 3 cups. In here. Oh, perfect. And then there's still some, so I guess you can just leave them in there, although it does say to clean it out. I did it, you can twist this for your grind. I have a drip coffee, so I did that, or French press is further this way, or espresso. Smells wonderful. I'm excited to try some fresh ground coffee. Seems to work just fine.
Yeah, it's everywhere.